be doing a pick a card reading entitled Are You Both Compatible? Now I want to do something a little bit different because I specifically asked the cards just to give me people cards, because I'm going to be looking at your moon signs, your Venus signs, your Mercury, and your Mars, just to see if they're compatible. And at the end of the reading, I'm going to be looking at your attachment style to see if that too is compatible. So I'm going to give you a choice between pile number 1, 2, or 3. Pile number 1 is represented by the green stone, 2 is represented by the quartz stone, and pile number 3 is represented by the clear quartz stone, smooth quartz stone. I'm also hearing for some of you that you can choose more than one pile, or you are going to choose more than one pile. So let's go to pile number 1 and let's see how compatible are you and your person. Remember what I mentioned, pile number 1 is going to be people cards. So if you see a lot of people cards and you're wondering why, it's because I intentionally only wanted people cards. Okay, so let's see what your moon sign is. It's a general reading, so you may feel to yourself, but that's not my moon sign, that's not my Mars sign, All right, so let's get cracking on. All right. So what is pile number 1's moon sign, Spirit? Okay, so you may have a Virgo moon. So if you have a Virgo moon, pile number 1, I feel like you could be somebody that may find it hard to emote at times. You could be a person that would prefer to do things for others as opposed to expressing. Now, I know Virgo moons, and they do actually express how they feel, but it could be how they feel is wrapped up in, they I wouldn't say there's no feeling in regards to when they express, but they generally may find it hard to emote to the person that they're with, and the person that they are with could take their maybe lack of expression in the way that they would like to be expressed to as somebody that is not forthcoming. So I generally feel like you could be a person that is not overly emotional, and even if you are emotional, depending on what your sun sign is, you could have like a sun in Cancer, say, right? But even if you are an emotional person, having that moon in Virgo placement will stabilize your emotions. So you can be a person that likes to do things for others, as opposed to saying, look, I am deeply in love with you. And even if you do say to a person, I am deeply in love with you, it will feel maybe uncomfortable for you, or it could feel unnatural to you. You may not feel, it may not come across as authentic for yourself, and this could also be felt by the other person. So I feel like you could be a person that likes to show the person how you actually feel for them by maybe acts of service, buying them gifts as well. You may also really appreciate deep and meaningful conversations. You could be attracted to highly intelligent types, people that give you food for thought, people that teach you things, people that you can have deep conversations with. You may also be attracted to other Virgos, like maybe a Virgo sun, say, or a Venus in Virgo, a Mars in Virgo. People that got Virgo traits, specifically a Virgo, because I've seen this a lot of Virgo moons going out with Virgo suns. So you could definitely be attracted to people that are opposite than yourself. Someone that is someone that's reserved. You may not like people that are like loud and out there. You may find, you definitely will find intelligence very sexy, and I feel like there's a neatness to you as well, and there's a private side to you that not much people will actually know. You definitely will enjoy your own alone time, is what I'm picking up, and you would like to be in a relationship with someone whereby they allow you your space as well. So although you will be a person that likes to communicate, because communication, I feel, will be highly important to you. You are the type of person that may want your partner to be like a best friend, or you would like to have conversations with a partner like you're talking to a friend, right? You are the type of person that may want to check up on your partner every day. However, However, you will want your own space, and space could mean maybe not speaking to that person on the phone every day. You know, you may not mind like a text or you texting that person, or WhatsApp voice note, but maybe not every day. For some of you, yes, right? Depending if you are like a Virgo sun and Virgo moon. But even if you are a Virgo sun, you will still want your own space, because a lot of Virgos don't really like people that always bombard them, is what I've noticed as well. So you may like to live separately as well, or even if you live with a partner, you may want to have like your own sanctuary, and you may want them to have like their man cave or their, you know, woman cave, or whatever the case is. Like, you will definitely need to take time away from a person, your partner, to recenter and regroup. And this could simply mean like you're just recharging your batteries, you're just chilling, reading a book, watching TV, but away from your partner. So that's going to be of importance to you as well. Let's see what else we've got in regards to your moon sign. You could be a person also whereby you may not want your partner to probe about how you feel. So if you're dealing with a partner that is trying to get you jealous, say, or if a partner does something to really annoy you, you may not show your emotions straight away. You may this is not a fire energy, but I feel like this could fester within you, and you may not be upfront with how the situation makes you feel. You may actually try and suppress the emotions that are attached to what your person has done to upset you. And you could have that tendency to water your emotions down, like, oh, did it, I don't really care anyway, it didn't even hurt me anyway. I can get guys too, or I can get girls. Like, you may diminish the emotions that you're actually feeling, because you know Mercury rules Virgo, you know, and Mercury is about communication, and you will be able to communicate how you feel maybe after a certain amount of time. But I don't think, because I'm saying think now because it's very Mercury. I normally say I don't think that you want to feel, or you find it hard to feel, if that makes sense. And it's not your fault, because with having a moon is about your emotions, you know. And when you have a moon sign in the earth placement, especially in like a Virgo placement, Virgos are known to be very articulate, intelligent, you know, and it's perfect for a Mercury sign. Perfect for a Mercury sign, because Mercury is how we think, how we communicate. But when you're dealing with like your emotions, and you have your moon sign in Virgo, then you could there's a word that's on my tongue, but it's not coming out. You may find that when you're in relationships, your partners can get frustrated with you sometimes as well, because I'm hearing like you could try and your way of loving, your way of showing how you care could be quite nitpicky. And I'm not saying this to diss you, because I've got a Venus in Virgo, and I know I can come across that way as well. Like, okay, you've got something on your face, or your hair sticking out. I can be like that sometimes. So sometimes I've got to check myself. So if you have a moon in Virgo, your way of showing how you love the person or you care for the person could come across as being quite nitpicky, but it's not. It's because you care and you see certain things and you want the best for your person, and you know that if they done certain things in a certain way, it would be for the best. But the best for who? The best for you or them? But that's something to think about, and that's something for me to think about as well, right? But I feel like it could be quite frustrating for you. You could feel quite frustrated. You could feel as if your emotions are repressed. You've got these emotions out, these powerful emotions within, but you may feel like it's hard to express, and that could make your partner feel like the situation is one-sided, or you're not loving them enough when you do love them, but you just don't know how to show, or your way of showing could be articulating your emotions. Like, if someone says, how do you feel? You can't tell them how you feel unless you got water placements, unless you got like a water rising or a water moon, or water. You have to have like a water rising or water moon or something, or Mercury in a water sign for you to be able to articulate. Because if you've got a water Mercury, that will mean that your moon will be sextiling your Mercury, and then it will be able for you to articulate your emotions, but back it up with depth from the water energies, right? So I feel like your way of emoting and showing your love interest, we're going to find out who this person is by doing, taking action, you know, not really getting to the depth of how you feel. And there's a lot of depth there, but people may feel like they struggle with getting to the depth of you. And you don't want people to probe as well. You like your own space. You may probe because you may want to find out, because with that Mercury energy, Mercury in Virgo energy, I don't know why I'm saying Mercury in Virgo. Some of you could have Mercury in Virgo. But with that moon in Virgo energy, you know, you may like to dissect things. And you could be a perfectionist, so you may want your partner to appear clean and neat, and there's nothing wrong in that. And, you know, you may want to have a partner, you may notice little things about the partner, like if their clothes or their dress sense is not to your standard. This may be like red flags to you, like, okay, how am I going to take this person around to meet my mom or my dad or my family? Or there's a lot of things going on, so you could be quite nitpicky. And let's see what else we've got. I didn't think it would be this difficult, guys. I'm not gonna lie. So let's take a look at your Venus sign. So I did mention, so we've got, you may have a Venus in Cancer. So again, Venus and your moon, they actually sextile each other. So I feel with you, you could be a person whereby, and bear in mind, butterflies, that all the aspects that I mentioned, you may not have it exactly in the same order that I'm saying, but you could have some of the aspects that I'm mentioning. So please take what resonates. But if you do have like your moon sextiling your Venus, then you will find it easier to emote, because I did mention that, right? So you may find it easier to emote. So you could be a person whereby I'm hearing like your emotions pack a wallop, like you know how to get to the depth of your feelings to bring it outward. You are a person that I'm hearing could love, could also be a person that is an amazing parent, and you're very intuitive. You can pick up the subtle signs from others that are around you, and you are very connected to your partner. So it's almost as if you speak your partner's language, you speak your partner's love language, or when you were in relationships before, you were able to pick up on subtle signs. So for instance, if your partner's feeling fearful, if your partner's feeling, you know, like they want to go to bed, they're giving you that bedroom eyes. Or if your partner's feeling like insecure, you know how to read a room, and you know the right words to say to your person to make them feel okay, right? You're not very argumentative, is what I'm picking up. You are a person that does really like home. So you could be a great homemaker, and a fantastic baker, fantastic cook. Even if you haven't got children, you've got that motherly, nurturing quality about you. You treat your friends like they are family. Sometimes people may say you treat your friends like they're your children, but you're very caring. You're the type of person that may phone up your friends and say, like, have you eaten? Have you taken your vitamins? Especially if you know that your friends weren't feeling too well. You could be very romantic. You could have a beautiful singing voice as well. So I feel like with your Venus sign, you require a partner that is into the family life, that may want to have children as well, or that is just very compassionate and caring. Someone that may be able to fix things around the home. Someone that is open to working from home as well. Someone that likes to talk about their emotions. Someone that is open. You don't like things that are surface based. You want a partner, I feel, or whoever this person is, you want them to be authentic with you. Someone that is not scared to be vulnerable and to show their emotions, like they're not afraid to cry, or someone that has a good relationship with their mother. And I think all people want that anyway. Okay, so let's take a look at your Mercury. So we have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords for me is Aquarius. So I feel like you may have your Mercury in Aquarius, and I feel like because it's you know, not in the upright. I feel like you could have Mercury retrograding in Aquarius. Now, if you've got like retrograde in any of your planets, that means that that planet was retrograde. And what I've noticed with people that have retrograde in their Mercury sign is that they may have had delayed speech when they were younger. So maybe when you were younger, you had delayed speech. You may have had to see a speech therapist, or you know, you were, and I feel like, you know, when you may have had these, you know, situations, when you had this situation, if you did, right, I feel as if it allowed your other, you know, we have five senses, and I feel like your speech was quite delayed, but I feel like it allowed you to gain more insight to people even more. Like you had a true knowing. I feel like you could have strong psychic abilities as well. And this came because of some sort of delay speech, if that's making sense. Or if you didn't have delayed speech, there's something around your mother's tongue. You were out of all the siblings unable to pick it up until a very long time. Please, you know, please comment if you resonate with that. But there's something about you having a delay in either learning a language from where your family originates from, or you may have had delayed speech. You may have started talking quite late, but because of this, it made you more alert, and it made you more aware of your surroundings, which helped you to develop your psychic abilities. Because Aquariuses, they are known to see the future, and I find that a lot of people with Mercury in Aquarius, I actually like people with Mercury in Aquarius. I love them actually. I think they're so quirky. I think that they are very observant, very psychic, and it's like they get they get downloads, like flashes of downloads, because Aquariuses are ruled by the planet Uranus, and Uranus is that planet of sudden shocks, sudden changes. So when they're saying things, people with Mercury and Aquarius, right, it's like they get an instant download, and it comes so quick. So you could actually talk fast as well, but maybe with that retrograde, it allowed you to talk a bit slower for some of you. And again, there's something about delayed speech here, but I feel like whatever was delayed from you in regards to your speech, you were able to pick it up, and once you picked it up, it's like you ran with it. So I feel like you are a person that is very observant. You can predict things, and normally when you predict things, and the thing is, you could be that type of person whereby you could predict a situation and an outcome of a relationship for your friends, but when it comes to yourself, and that happens with a lot of like readers and maybe psychics as well, it's like you know intuitively, but it's like you may not be able to see for yourself. But when it comes to your friends and like family members, you're extremely accurate. You just know, like, okay, this is the situation. And I feel like with you, it's more of you having that inner knowing, and you having that foresight as well. So you have gifts of seeing and gifts of just having that inner knowing, and you are on point. So I feel like whatever delay you had, it was for your soul's growth, and it's allowed you to have a lot of discernment. I also feel that you may require somebody that is a great effective communicator. So when you get into relationships with people, you would like to be able to communicate with them. And I feel like you may like to start off relationships that are like a friendship first type of connection. You don't really want to jump into things. You could be very cheeky as well. You may like to have banter. We say banter in England, where, you know, you just have like back and forth. Um, you know, you're flirting, but it's like cheeky, you know. So I feel like you like your partner to be quite cheeky. You may like your partner to be maybe animated like yourself. I feel like you're very animated, because a lot of, you know, Mercury and Aquarius individuals are very animated. They're very funny as well. And you could be that type of person that you may not know that you're being funny. Not to say um, people laugh at you, but I feel like you are very funny in general. So you could be a great storyteller. You could be highly animated, but you do it with intention. So you could be telling a story, but then you just say an accent or something in the middle of the story, and then people are laughing, and you, in your head, you're thinking, I'm just saying it how the person said it. I'm not saying it for effect. But okay, then you start laughing too, because it's like you become aware of how funny you are, but you wasn't you're not doing it with the intention to be funny. Do you know what I mean? I also feel like you could be a person whereby you are an observer and you listen well, but you generally you can work out when someone's trying to run game on you. Like, you can read people, you can read situations, you know when to maneuver away from certain people. I also feel like in regards to like relationships, you may be able to speak many different languages. I also feel like you are the type of person that has a brilliant mind, a mind of a scientist. So you could work on social media, you could be a person that, you like to connect with a lot of different people. You may have a lot of different friends or associates. People may think that they're your friend, but you may not allow a lot of people to get too close to you. But people see you as one of their closest friends or their best friends, and people see you as just original. You like original people too, and you may like to dress original. You may be quite unorthodox, and you may like to, connect with people or have friends that are from different parts of the world as well. You like uniqueness, you like originality. So you may like a partner to be unique. You may like your partner to come from a different part of the world, right? So you and your partner may be from different cultural backgrounds, but you like that difference, is what I'm picking up. So let's take a look at your Mars. So we have the Devil card. So you can have a Mars in Capricorn. Mars is supposed to be exalted in Capricorn. And I feel like you are a person that has a lot of stamina. You are a hard worker. You are a high achiever. So again, you could be a person, because your Mars could be trining your moon. So you are a very, very hard worker. And Mars in, I'm hearing the word Saturn because obviously Capricorn is ruled by the planet Saturn. You have a lot of durability. So you are the type of person that, if you are in a relationship with somebody, you may want things to be traditional, and you may want your partner to have their own stuff. You may want your partner to be, you know, even if they're not as ambitious as you want them to still have their own. Yeah, you want them to still have their own. You may also want, you may be very traditional in a sense where you may want to settle down, buy a house, get married, right? And I also feel like you could be a type of person that may strive towards working for yourself. With a Mars in Capricorn, there is an energy of longevity within your, you know, within the way that you work. So whatever field you're working in, you like to stay there for a long time, and you may like to work your way to the top as well. I also feel that some of you could connect with people that you have dated or that you're interested in now from work, is what I'm picking up. I feel like a lot of people may find you quite intimidating, but not in a detrimental way, because your work ethic is unmatched, is what I'm hearing. And you want, you are a type of person that not much, you don't really, how can I put this? Like, I'm hearing like, don't waste my time. So you could be that type of person whereby you will only entertain someone if you think that they're worthy. So a lot of people could be intimidated by you because they may feel like, am I worthy for my power, number one? Like, do they, I'm hearing less mortal beings for some reason. Like, people may put you onto sort of a pedestal because some people may feel very threatened by you. They could be attracted to you, but at the same time, they may feel like they've got nothing to bring to the table because they feel like you are independent, because I feel like you are, and you don't want to be in a relationship with anyone. So you could give this "my love doesn't come for free" type of attitude. Even if you do want to be in a relationship, you could give off that type of energy, and your work ethic could intimidate a potential suitor, is what I'm picking up, because you are hardworking and you have, remember, Saturn rules Capricorn, and Saturn is about durability, longevity. It's the glue. It's ruled, it represents karma as well. So you could be a lot of people's karma too, is what I'm picking up. Like, for instance, like bosses or people at work have tried to come against you. They may have faced karma, is what I'm picking up. You could be in a position of power as well, or one day you will be in a position of power, and you could work for yourself. And let's take a look at your person. Actually, before we do that, let's take a look at your attachment style. But judging by these cards, I feel like, I'm just getting to learn the different types of attachment style. I feel like you could be a secure attachment style person. If you want to find out more about attachment styles, I'll leave a link in the description box below. because I'm learning about it myself, because I just go off love languages based off astrology, and to me I find that to be accurate. But let's just see, just to make it a little bit more interesting, let's see, what's your attachment style, pile number 1. So you got a Virgo moon, Mars in Capricorn, Mercury in Aquarius, and Venus in Cancer. What's pile number 1's attachment style, please, Spirit? Okay, I'm going to take 1. Ooh, we've got anxious. Okay. Anxious avoidant. Okay, we just got anxious. So anxious means sensitive to your nervous system is quite sensitive. So this could be one of the reasons why, in saying that, remember I mentioned with the Page of Pentacles, with it being Virgo for me personally, right? So having a moon in Virgo, you could repress a lot of your emotions, and that could create a lot of anxiety, you know, because Virgo's in there, you know, we all have like light and dark sides with our star signs. And one of the, you know, darker aspects of Virgos is that it's not even a dark aspect, it's like things that are not very helpful for us, let's just say that, right? They could repress, they could be nitpicky, they could have a lot of stuff going on inside that they do not repress, and if you just keep things repressed, it can lead to illnesses. And that could be one of the reasons why you're coming up as someone that's anxious, like someone that may throw themselves into work. You could be like a workaholic as well, because it's almost subconsciously you are saying to the universe, I don't want to be in a relationship because I'm not going to meet anyone like myself. Or what if I do get with someone, what if they're not up to scratch? You know, this is a lot going on here, but let's read it. You may have a sensitive nervous system as well, because there's a fear that someone may do something to upset you, you know, and make you feel uncomfortable. With the Venus in Cancer there as well, very susceptible to energies as well. You may struggle to communicate, and I did pick that up. There's a struggle to communicate your needs in relationships sometime, and telling the person what you actually want, even and brushing, you know, glossing things over. Oh, it's fine, when it's not really fine. And Spirit is saying that, you know, in order to overcome this, be okay with stating how you feel. Obviously, you might feel uncomfortable if you're not used to it, right? But be okay with knowing that I think it may tie into not feeling deserving of. So think about, when was a time when you did say something to someone, or I feel in your case, it could have been a time when you were younger and maybe you were told off for expressing your emotions, and because of that you may have suppressed your emotions and thought, you know what, there's no point. Or you may have grown up in a household where emotions were not expressed. So it's about looking at those issues there and working through those issues and seeing why it's okay to express your emotions. Or maybe you express your emotions in a way where it upset someone, and you just felt like, oh my days, like you had to carry that burden of knowing that you upset someone, with your Venus in Cancer as well. And that may have, you know, it's just about looking at where this came from, and knowing that it's okay to express your emotions. Make partner jealous. I did mention something about make partner jealous. So you could be at times, what's the word? And this is a Cancer trait, when Cancers are working in their lower vibrations, right? I have a Mars in Cancer, so, you know, when you've got a Mars in Cancer, you can let things build up as opposed to just saying that you're, you know, upset. They call it passive aggressive. Like sometimes you can come across as passive aggressive, like, and apparently some Mars in Cancers can come across as passive aggressive. They let things build and build and build, and sometimes they don't even say anything, but just through like just little words, or, you know, just going silent, that's seen as passive aggressive. And I'm learning that, and I've learned that, you know, it's uncomfortable to know that, but it's like, okay, all right then, I thought I wasn't, do you know what I mean? But you can come off like that as well sometimes as well, and it can lead to you trying to make a partner jealous, because if you feel like your needs are not being met, then what can happen is you may not feel comfortable to say, oh, you've upset me, or you've done this, and then what might happen is that you do something, or you act in a certain way that will come across as passive aggressive, to make a partner react, to make a partner jealous, and you could actually act out if you are triggered. And I feel like this could be the case with a Venus in Cancer. And remember, Cancer's got the shell, so they're very protective of their inner world, and they may not be forthcoming with their emotions. And Spirit is saying that in order for you to come out of feeling this way is to be comfortable with your emotions. So maybe journaling your thoughts. So you're creating a relationship with yourself and you're getting comfortable with yourself to state your emotions, because sometimes I feel like you deny yourself how you actually feel. You deny your own feelings to yourself. You just suppress it or say, oh, it's not happening, or and then it comes out in other ways, is what I'm picking up. So let's take a look at your person and let's see what their style is as well. Okay, so their moon is in Sagittarius. So a moon in Sagittarius and a moon in Virgo, that actually squares each other, because Sagittarius, Virgo, Gemini and Pisces all belong to the mutable group, and Saggies and Virgos, they actually square each other. So I feel like with you and your person, what may actually happen is you may not understand each other on an emotional level at times, that you may find that your partner's too unpredictable and you like predictability. With that moon in Virgo, your partner may find you at times to be like, they may feel like you're trying to keep them in a box, or you're trying to make them be something that they're not. Your person is somebody that is very free spirited. They could come from a different cultural background than yourself. They could also be a person whereby they don't want to be tied down. They want their own space. And I feel like in that respect, you both are compatible in that sense, because you like your own space and so do they. But when they are having their own space, it may trigger your anxiety, because you may be thinking to yourself, what are they getting up to? Because it could be like very wild. But I feel like with your person, they're highly evolved. They are highly evolved. This is not Knight of Wands. This is a Temperance card. They are a highly evolved Sagittarius moon, meaning that if they were in a Knight of Wands energy when they were maybe younger than they are now, but they're more balanced, they're more at peace with themselves. There's a lot of inner calm, there's a lot of inner peace. So I feel like your person, they could, I don't know why I'm hearing like this person could be like 1 degree Sagittarius moon, so they're kind of like, or 0 degree Sagittarius moon, so they could be kind of like on the cusp, even though there's not really any cusp with moons, but coming off of the Scorpio moon, so they're sextiling you, so they could understand where this energy is coming from. And this is not a person that likes to play games. This is a person, I feel, that likes their own space, and when they are separated from you, they are generally alone, or if they do travel, they travel alone. This is a person that does like to explore, they like to read, they like to expand their mind, they're deeply spiritual as well, is what I'm picking up. And I feel like them being in your life brings you a sense of inner peace and inner calm, because this is a person that may meditate. I'm hearing like they could be like a yogi, they could do a lot of meditations, or they could invite into your life a lot of spirituality. And this does lead to you and this individual. For some of you, I'm hearing that this is a future person. This person hasn't come in the now, but this does lead to maybe you and this individual having a lot of deep conversations about spirituality, religion, philosophy. You may exchange books as well with each other, or this person introduces you into books. Okay, so let's take a look at this person's Venus sign. Okay, so we've got a moon in Sag, and this person has a Venus in Sagittarius. So this individual, their Venus sign is sextiling. Well, their Venus sign is in a fire sign. Your Venus sign is in a water sign. So this person may not understand you on an emotional level, which may actually trigger your anxiety. And I feel like this person may like a long distance relationship. You could have met them online, is what I'm picking up. I also feel like there's some difference here between yourself and this individual. You could both come from a different cultural background, speak different languages. Even if you don't speak different languages, there's some sort of difference, maybe different religions. But I feel like this person, they like difference too. And that is in harmony with your Mercury, the way that you think, right? So their Venus is sextiling your Mercury. So you have what they want and vice versa, because you both like differences. This person could be very generous as well. So they may like to spend a lot. Even though they've got that spiritual side, there is a balance with this individual. This person would like to treat you. This person could be very, very passionate as well, because Venus is how we love and who we love. So this person may initiate, you know, a lot of love making, and they may like you to be on top a lot as well. I don't know why I said that, because she's at the top and she's at the bottom, but I just feel like they may like you to take the lead. This is a type of person that I feel that likes to pay a lot of compliments to you. They may like to make love outdoors as well, is what I'm picking up. And that's the thing, outdoors. Remember I said with you, with your Venus sign, you may want someone to be at home. That's when there could be like a bit of a conflict there. But it's workable, because this could be a person that may like to have many homes. They are very outdoorsy though, is what I'm picking up as well. They do like partners that are different from themselves, is what I'm seeing and feeling here. And they may like to travel a lot. They may also like to go to different restaurants. They may be able to cook, but you may be the type of person to say, oh, let's just stay at home. But they'll be more like, oh, I know this banging restaurant down the road. And you'll be like, really? And then you could go home and make the dish that you both went out to eat. So it could actually work anyway. But this is a person that is very exciting. You may find them very, very exciting. They like to travel a lot. They may have a lot of different friends as well. They're like a lone ranger, but they know a lot of different people, is what I'm picking up as well. Always willing to learn. So they could be in university, they could be taking their masters, or they have masters, or they have a lot of degrees, or they're highly intelligent. And here they could be into sports as well. But outdoors is very important to them. Outdoors and travel will be very important to them. And they would like you to travel with them as well. They would like you to... This could be a person that has many homes in different countries as well, or would like to have many homes in different countries. Has a lot of friends in different parts of the world as well, and likes to always connect with them. So again, always on the move. But when they're in a relationship, they would like to travel to see a partner, so they enjoy that aspect. If it is a long distance relationship, they like the aspect of traveling to see the partner, or traveling with a partner. So let's take a look at your person's Mercury sign. So your Mercury signs are compatible, because this person's Mercury is in Libra. I find Mercury's in people with Mercury in Libra to be very balanced, and they have beautiful speaking voices and singing voices. Beyonce has a Mercury in Libra, and she's got beautiful singing voice. But I feel like with this person's Mercury in Libra, it could be retrograde. So again, like yourself, they may have taken a long time to speak. They could have a speech impairment. Is that how you say it? They may, if they come from a different cultural background, again, there's a lot of similarities between yourself and this individual. They may have taken a long time to pick up the mother's tongue. Or, yeah, they've taken a long time. And I feel like, again, there's a compatibility here with yourself and them, because if you have a Mercury in Aquarius and they have a Mercury in Libra, that's a trine. So it's in the same element, ear and ear. And I feel like this person is very romantic, and they're very level-headed as well. This could be a person, I feel, that could be quite indecisive at times. So you may want them to decide here on the spot, and they may feel like, whoa, it's all too much. This is a person that doesn't like to be rushed, but they are fair, they are balanced, they believe in doing the right thing. This is a person, I feel, that is very loyal within their relationships and friendships as well. They could have like a very soft speaking voice, but they've got a beautiful tone to their voice. Again, very intelligent as well. They see both sides to a situation. So even if they're able to compromise, you know, depending, because they could, again, this is not a person that likes to be rushed as well. So let's take a look at their Mars. Okay, this person's got a Mars in Capricorn like yourself. You've got a Mars in Capricorn. So I feel like that's a compatibility, because there is the energy of you both, you know. I feel like if you were to be intimate with this person, or if you have been, it's ongoing, it's long lasting, you know, it's goes on for hours, and you're both each other's match in that area. I feel like this person, though I'm hearing rigid, they may like to save, or even if they are not a spendthrift, right? Because they've got that Venus in, I'm here, spendaholic. Okay, this person could come from money. They could have money. They could be in a position of power. This person could be a boss, or they could have a very well-paid job, right? And I feel like you are both compatible in regards to what you spend your money on and how you spend your money. I'm hearing the word frugal. So this person does want traditional things, i.e., let's save for a home, or if you live with each other, let's both go half on the bills, you know. I feel like this person, or the mortgage I'm hearing, this person's all about doing the right thing, doing things traditionally. So this person will want to get married. This person will want you to move in with them, or buy a home together, or we both pay the mortgage, or they pay the mortgage. But you know, I feel as if you both are hardworking individuals. So this person again wants their person to be as hardworking as them, have their own career, have their own money as well, is what I'm picking up. This is an individual that does want to get married one day, does see themselves settling down. I feel like you guys are very compatible, because we even got Cancer and Capricorn here. That's opposite, and sometimes opposite are not always the best, but I feel like with your energies here, it is compatible, because we've got air and fire as well. So I feel like this individual is looking to settle down with someone. This person is law. This person could be established. And let's take a look at their attachment style. So one just wanted to, okay, what is pile number one's person attachment style, please, Spirit? Okay, so we have anxious for you, and we've got secure. So this person's very secure. This person's secure. Let's see what that means. They can trust easily. So this person does trust easily. And the reason why they trust easily is because they take a long time to make up their mind. So again, they don't like to be prodded and pushed, because I feel like, because look, their Mercury sextiles their Venus. And that's a good aspect to have, actually. And I feel like they get the downloads from, you know, in regards to who should I go out with, who should I, you know, offer my love to, right? Their Mercury, because their Mercury is in harmony with Venus, who they love, how they love, right? They're able, and because they don't rush into relationships, they take their time. They're not really blown away, because their Mars is very stable. Mars is how your Mars is your, you know, it rules your sex drive and how you go after goals. So they put a lot of emphasis in regards to their career and how they go after their goals in regards to their career, because their Mars is in a stabilizing element, which is Saturn. And Saturn, you know, is ruled by, you know, Saturn is can be quite rigid at times, right? And it takes a long time. It's a slow builder. This person, even if they find someone attractive, they're not very easily blown away by a female going to be walking in front of them like half naked, right? They're not going to be blown away. They're very, you know, they think to themselves, okay, is this wifey material, or is this like, you know, a one night stand, or is this person after my money, or like they're able to analyze things. They don't get, you know, even if this is a female, right, and they see a hot guy with like a banging car or whatever, I'm not really blown away by things like that, to be honest. But yeah, this is the type of person that will not be enticed by someone's watch or someone's car. It's like, what's going on up there? Like, what's your intelligence saying? What's your hygiene saying? Like, what's your, can we have a good conversation? This person's more blown away by, what can this person teach me? Because remember, Sagittarius is, they are ruled by the ninth house, which is all about higher learning, right? And this person likes to learn from their partner, or they like to teach their partner something. They like people that are intelligent, but they also like people that are, you know, that think outside the box, that are quite cosmopolitan. I'm hearing like the word worldly for some reason. They also like people that they can actually settle down with, like they see themselves settling down with. That's why they take a long time to get into relationships as well. They're not blown away by the visual. Yes, they can see someone's attractive or beautiful or handsome, but it's like, okay, show me what you got. Like, what else have you got? What more is there to you? Have you got any substance? Do you lack substance? So this person, they can trust easily because they trust their judgment, and they take a long time to make up their mind. They are connected to their emotions, you know, like I mentioned before. This person's very balanced. They're in tune with themselves. They're at peace with themselves. They can communicate upsets easily. So yes, they could take a while to express, but when they do, they're like, I didn't like this. I found that disrespectful. And, they're able to communicate easily, and they're flexible in relationships. So they understand that you may need your own space because they too need their own space as well. So I feel like you and this person, whoever this person is, um, you could actually get on and make the situation work, is what I'm picking up. So that's for you, pile number one. I will speak to you soon. Comment below. Take care of yourself. Peace out. Okay, so we're going to move on to pile number two. Let's take a look at your... Okay, let's take a look at your moon sign. We're going to do things a little bit different, pile number one. What's your moon sign? Okay, so with you, pile number one, wow, you've got a moon in Aries. Sorry, pile number two, you've got a moon in Aries. Very fiery. So you are a go-getter. You are somebody that likes to, I'm hearing fire starter, like you could be a pioneer. Like you don't like to sit and wait around. You always come up with like ideas. You could be the leader. I'm hearing the leader of the pack. You could be in a leadership position at work. You may work for yourself. I'm hearing big boss. You could be a boss. Head of the family is what I'm picking up. Very strong, very powerful. Could be very fiery when you get angry as well. You could be very explosive when you get very angry is what I'm picking up here. And people could be quite frightened of you when you get angry. But you are a go-getter. You have a lot of stamina, a lot of drive. You are a leader. People want to follow your lead. People copy you is what I'm picking up as well. But people could also, you could be a formidable foe. You may be very strong, like in regards to fighting. You may be able to fight. And this energy will be great for sport is what I'm picking up as well. You have a lot of passion. And I'm hearing you can tend to start things sometimes and not finish it, but for the majority of you, I feel like you tend to start things and do a lot of different things at the same time, and people can't keep up with you because you are in your own lane. Okay, so let's take a look at your Venus sign. So you can have a Venus in Leo or Sag, and that is trining your moon. So again, a very colorful personality, a very powerful force to be reckoned with. People find you very magnetic. People find you to be very sexy as well, very powerful and strong. What people could be intimidated by you. You do have a lot of star quality as well. And I feel like you may like nice things, because when you got Venus in Leo, you can be, Leos are like, it rules the fifth house. They like creativity. Michael Jackson had a Venus in Leo, hence why he had Neverland in his back garden. You may like to spend a lot, but you are also very generous with your money. So even when you are in a relationship, you may like to spend a lot on your partner. You may like to treat your partner. You work hard. You are a person that works hard and plays hard because you know how much you go in when you do your work, right? So you are not shy to treat yourself. So you may like to, this is the epitome of self-love, which I'm picking up here. You like to shower your friends and family members with gifts, chocolates, perfumes, even if it's not their birthday. If you've got it, you'll give, right? And you make sure that you treat yourself first. You like the best of the best, and that doesn't necessarily mean designer things. If things taste nice to you, you like taste, so you like to go to different restaurants, experience different meals, highly attractive as well. I think that you spoil your partners. You definitely, if you are in love with them, you spoil your partners. You are very passionate, is what I'm picking up. You are a great lover, and you're very passionate. You're very fiery. And lovemaking is very important to you in your relationships as well. And you want your person to be very expressive as well. You don't like somebody that's like, it's not compatible with you in that regard. You like to be adventurous. You may like to make love outdoors as well. You may like it fast and hot as opposed to slow and long. You like excitement, you like passion, If a partner's not down with the same level of passion in regards to lovemaking, then it could cause issues in your relationship. You may like to dress well, smell good, nothing wrong in that, it's good, you know. You may like a lot of attention, and I feel like you do get a lot of attention as well at work. You may have a lot of admirers in general, but you could be quite detached as well. You don't like clingy partners is what I'm picking up. So let's take a look at your Mercury sign. So we got fire again. To me, this is Aries. So you could have a Mercury in Aries. So you could be very upfront with your wants and needs. I feel like you are not the person to argue with, because you could actually destroy people with your words. I know a lot of Mercury in Aries, and they're very, you're very observant. You could have your mind is very sharp. And again, you could talk fast, but I feel like with you, when you are explaining things, especially if you're arguing with someone, you are the worst person to argue with, because like I said, you could destroy people with your words. Your mind is very quick, so you pick up on your environment, you pick up on situations very quickly. You may have excelled at school. I also feel like you want somebody that can keep up with you mentally. You may like to talk about different topics, different subjects. You may be into sports, you could be like a good sports commentator for some of you, but I feel like you could be a person that, your mind is very pioneering. Think of a lot of different ideas. Again, you could be like the leader at work or the leader in the family. You always think of inventive ideas, like why don't we do this? Or you are like the first to do things as well, and people follow you, people copy you, is what I'm picking up. Let's see, your Mars could be in Aries. You got a very powerful spread here. With the Mars in Aries, I feel like you have a lot of stamina. You could be very athletic. You could be into sports, or you could be like a coach. I feel like even if you're not into sports, the way you take action in regards to your work ethic is unmatched. And I feel like you are hard to compete with. You compete with yourself, and even if people are trying to take your spot, you leave the gap so wide that they give up halfway. Some of you could be like, I'm hearing like you may like racing cars. I also feel like you're a fantastic lover. Mars and Aries. Aries is the ruler of, is ruled by Mars. You're very passionate. You are a great lover, and I feel like your partners. Okay, your partners get obsessed with you, and then you could find that a lot of people get obsessed with you, and you got a lot of sex appeal as well, is what I'm picking up, even if you're not aware of it, because I feel like you're very work focused, right? And I feel as if you are not intentionally trying. You ooze sex appeal. Like, look, we've got fire moon, fire Venus, fire Mercury, fire Mars, like sex trining and conjuncting each other. So with your Mars and your moon conjunct Mars, wow, like your emotions are very powerful. So when you are in the art of making love, right, it's very powerful and it's very intense. So your person just feels like I'm hearing Michael Jackson, you rock my world. Like, you literally rock their world, and it's like they're out of breath after, and they're just looking at you, thinking, we did that? You did that to me? I feel like I'm hearing multiple orgasms. I don't know why it's turned to 18 plus, but it is. I don't know why, but I feel like you are the best that a lot of people has ever had. You have a lot of stamina. You tire people out, and you also tire people out at work. So again, you could be into fitness. You could be a fitness coach, or you could become one. I'm hearing some of you are saying I'm not one, but you could become one. You have an eye for fitness. You take care of your body. You may like going to the gym. You may walk a lot. I also feel that how you work is very. I'm hearing like a sergeant major for some of you, but you're very serious. So you could be very playful and jovial when you're outside of work with your friends. But when it's work, you're the type of person that may turn your phone off, or if people keep phoning you at work, you could end up switching and snapping at them and say, I'm at work on the phone. And they will look at you like, oh God, because you take your job very seriously. And, you could do a lot of overtime at work as well. You may even work on your home. You could do a lot of DIY for other people. There's a lot of energy here, and you are a person that, I'm hearing like you could coach others, you could inspire others, you could empower others, uplift others, or motivate others. Whether you're doing it intentionally or unintentionally, you motivate other people. You're very high energy. Your mind could always be on the go because you have a lot of energy to burn. I also feel like you are a person, yeah, when you get angry, it's scary, right? I'm just gonna let you know, like when you get angry, it's scary, but you could have a lot of fiery. The way you could express how you feel is by having a lot of fiery arguments, and there could be a lot of breakup and makeups with this relationship that you're in now, or with previous relationships. There's a lot of clashing, like you don't want to back down, that person doesn't want to back down, and it's just like, what are we arguing for? But it's like there's so much energy, and this energy will be best released through exercise. But in your case, for some of you, like through love making, there could be like a lot of love making sessions, makeup love making sessions with you and your person. But I feel like in regards to like your Mars and Aries, there's a lot of stamina there. You can get burnt out quite quickly because you could overwork, because you've got a lot of energy to burn, is what I'm picking up right here. And I feel like you're a very generous lover as well in the bedroom. And I feel as if you are a person that you actually do like to sport, do take care of your appearance as well. Mercury in Aries. Yeah, you do like to communicate. You do like open communication. So you do like to keep abreast. You can get angry and jealous as well if you feel like your person's playing games, and that's normal. But you can get angry and jealous if you feel like your partner's not paying you a lot of attention. So you may be the type of person that wants to spend a lot of time with your person, even if you've got your own things going on. Not like pile number one where they actually want their own space, right? Everyone's different, but you do require a lot of attention from your partner. If you don't get that, it could lead to arguments. You're more upfront, so you definitely don't have an issue with speaking your truth, right? So you could say to your partner, look, I don't like the way you're doing that. I don't like the way you are only seeing me on 2 days of the week when we ain't seen each other in like a month. Like, you are very upfront. And some partners could be taken aback, like, whoa, like I've never had someone be so upfront. You state what you want. If you don't want something, if you don't want someone, you tell them, like, I don't think this is going to go anywhere. I don't want to waste your time. Like, you're very upfront. Or, this is what I want. I want to get married, or I want to date you. You could be that type of person that goes up to someone and just says, look, I'm feeling you. Like, what are you saying? Like, on the first meeting, like, you're very confident. That's the right word. Very confident in your speech as well. So you're not a person that hides how they feel. You actually speak your truth, and you're very confident in speaking your truth as well. Okay, so let's see your attachment style. What is pile number two's attachment style, please, Spirit? What is pile number two's attachment style? Let's see. It just dropped. I want to do that again. What is pile number two's attachment style, please, Spirit? Okay, I'll take that one. Let's see. Okay, we've got avoidant dismissive. Okay, let's see what that means, because I'm getting to learn about these attachment styles. So you could downplay the importance of your relationship. Okay, so you could throw yourself into work feeling like, I don't even need a relationship. And you may have short-lived flings. And Spirit is saying that's because you may have been afraid of getting into long-term partnerships, fearing that they may suppress or block your independence, because you're very independent. You've got a lot of Aries here, right? We've got Aries here 3 times, right? So you could be like a person that tells yourself, I don't want nothing serious, when you may actually want something serious. But because you throw yourself into work, you leave yourself less time and space to get into a relationship, or to see how a relationship will develop. You may leave before you are left. In your head, you may feel like you're going to be left. So you may be dominant and sometimes domineering in relationships, because you may feel like, I need to control the outcome of this situation right here. I'm going to dump him, or I'm going to dump her before she dumps me. This could be the thing, because Spirit is saying, because you are avoidant, dismissive, and you downplay the importance of relationships in some cases. You may tell yourself relationships are not important, because, again, there's the energy here of things being quite short-lived as well. And Spirit is saying, look into that. Maybe you assume people are going to leave. Why is that? Maybe there was issues around the home with your father. Maybe when you were younger, your father may have, and I don't want to trigger anyone, but I'm just trying to tie it up. Maybe when you were younger, your father may have left home, and because of this, it made you feel like, okay, I know how it looks to have loved someone and then they just walk out and it just crumbles your whole world. You may have seen your mother break after witnessing this, or maybe your mother may have been in the masculine energy and your father was in the feminine energy, and you may have felt, you know what, I do not want that to happen to me, so I'm going to make sure I do not go out with women like this. You could be same-sex relationships, please take what resonates, but you may have downplayed the importance of relationships. And the heart of you, you have a big heart, because if you've got like a Venus in, you know, Sag or Leo especially, then you like to give love, and you like to be loved, but you've told yourself that maybe you're non-deserving of love, and you need to get to who told you this, you know. And loving yourself, yes, it's nice to buy nice things, yes, it's nice to eat out at nice restaurants, but that's just loving yourself on the exterior level, not the internal level. The internal level is like having compassion for yourself, taking a break when you need a break, you know, working through your thoughts. Because I feel like, because your mind races so fast, you've got a million one things that are going on through your mind. We can't change our aspects. We just have to work with our aspects, right? But I feel like with you, you avoid having to think about your thoughts. Like, okay, it's not even important. Why is it not important? Who told you it's not important? It's getting to that, those root causes. I can take leadership of my own life, because I'm hearing some of you say, I don't need a counselor. I was just about to say, maybe going to see a therapist. But even if you feel like you don't need a counselor, journal your thoughts, connect with yourself, because I feel like you're on to the next one, on to the next one. I can be like that sometimes, but sometimes we need to just like stabilize ourselves. Like yesterday, myself and my children, we went to the seaside. I was like on the beach, just watching the waves up and down go by, for like 3.5 hours. It was beautiful. That was a time for me to stay still, you know, because always go, 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 go. So it's about you having that time to connect with yourself, to be still in the moment and give yourself grace, give yourself time, accept yourself, and try not to throw yourself into work to make up for something that you feel that you're lacking, because you are enough, right? We have self-reliant. Yeah, you're highly independent, and it's a beautiful trait, because I feel like you have a lot of admirers, whether you are aware of them or not. A lot of people want to settle down with you. A lot of people fancy you. You know, you're very attractive, very sexy. You have star quality, you have charisma, you have presence as well. But you're giving off to other people like you're never gonna get a chance. Like, I don't even want a relationship. Don't even think about a date. Like, you like to take leadership as well in all situations, whether that means you end the relationship. Majority of the ending of relationships were done by you. It's what I'm picking up. I'm what's yeah, unreliable when in crisis. Yeah, so you may leave during crisis, and that resonates to me. Sorry, that means to me that you may disconnect from self when you're in a crisis. So even if you fall in love with someone, you may still sabotage it due to fear of handing your heart over. And it's about getting to that root cause of why there's fear, because you could be sabotaging something that is beautiful and something that won't hurt you. So you may have had pregnancy scares in the past. Maybe if you're a male, listen to this, a female may say, I think I'm pregnant, and you may have cut that person off. And that's because you are an avoidant dismissive, and you just feel like, I cannot control the situation, I cannot control this outcome, even though you are an effective communicator. But that is beyond your remit, beyond your control. What does that mean for me? Does that mean I have to settle down with you? Does that mean, there's a lot going on there, and it has to be looked into and worked through. And even if you feel like you don't need a counselor and you are the leader of your own life, which we all are, write down your feelings, write down your fears. Why is this? Why am I being like this? Why have I because I feel like you may have sabotaged a lot of connections, maybe friendships, maybe working partnerships as well. And it could have been avoided, you know what I mean? But it's almost as if you may feel like it's going to end anyway, so I may as well do it, and it may not have ended, is what I'm picking up here. So that's what I have for you. So let's take a look at your person, and let's see their moon sign. Okay, so you could be dealing with someone with a moon in Cancer. I've got a moon in Cancer, so I should know. When you got a moon in Cancer, you're very, very, you love home, you love the family life. You're very susceptible to the energies around you. You could be an empath as well. Hence why the channel is called Empath Tarot. But you are an empath, and sometimes it can be overwhelming. I mean, it's a beautiful trait to have, but when you feel the energies of and emotions of other people, it can be overwhelming in a sense of where you're really feeling their pain. It's like, oh my days, I'm feeling their pain on top of my own pain, and I want to fix them, and I don't know how to, because that's what it can be for me personally, a detriment when I can feel someone's pain and I experiencing what they are telling me, and I cannot help them. I cannot fix them. I cannot, basically, when I say help and fix, is take that pain away so that they didn't have to experience that. That's when it gets hard. Or you could find yourself crying for some reason. Like, why are you crying? Because you are experiencing what your friend or your partner just told you as if it happened to you. That's when it's hard. But I feel like your person, yes, they could be like that. They could be somebody that experiences pain, and they like closeness, but you could be a person whereby you're on to the next thing. I ain't got time. Like, you could shower your person with gifts, take them out to beautiful restaurants and so forth, but your person may want closeness with you. They may want reliability with you. And again, if you are an avoidant dismissive, you could feel like you're getting too close, you're suffocating me. So you may find your person to be a little bit suffocating, but your person will be a person that likes to connect on an emotional level. Tell me about your feelings. You're like, hell nah. You know what I mean? This is an example, right? But your person could be very nurturing, very motherly. If you had issues with a mother when you were younger, this person, you may feel like they're filling the void, and it's not for this person to be your mother. This person does have wants and needs as well, because the same way this person is very nurturing, they too want someone to be very nurturing towards them also. They're very loyal as well. If they hurt, they go into their shell. They could like move away from you, like energetically, if they feel like they can't connect with you. This person likes to connect, right? So let's connect on an emotion, a deep spiritual emotional level. Let's take a look at this person's Venus sign. Okay, so this person's got Venus in Gemini. So I find that with Venus and Gemini individuals, they don't really like to. I mean, Jennifer Lopez has a Venus in Gemini. So these people, their taste could change a lot in regards to who they love and how they love, right? Because Venus is who we love and how we love. And, remember, Geminis are ruled by Mercury. Mercury's about the mind, how we communicate, right? And I feel like I said, this person, Geminis, they belong to the group of the mutables, where they always change. They can adapt, they can change. So this person may have different tastes. So on one hand, they could be very, nurturing, motherly. Let's get close. Let me cook you a nice cake. Let me cook you a nice dish. Let me make you hot chocolate. And then, because they change, they could be very switchy sometimes. So you don't know whether you're coming or going, right? I feel like your Venus sign and their Venus sign is compatible, air and fire, Gemini and Leo. But if you've got a Sagittarius Venus and they've got a Gemini Venus, that's opposite. So you could have been drawn to each other in regards to opposites attract. And I feel like this person will find you, let's talk about them, right? This individual, they definitely like talking on the phone. So they may want to talk on the phone a lot. So you could be very compatible in regards to communication. You could talk about different things, popular culture, music, foods, travel, hobbies is what I'm picking up. They don't want to talk about things that are too heavy and too deep, is what I'm picking up. They may like to have phone sex on the phone as well, and you may be down with that. There's a compatibility there. They could be a person that is down for whatever, so this is someone that you would actually be compatible with. They may like a lot of oral, is what I'm picking up as well. Sorry, YouTube, I just have to say what it is. I'm going to put it on limited. I feel like, yeah, your Venus sign could be very compatible. I'm hearing they could be good at it too. And I'm also picking up that that's the big O, right? I'm also picking up that, yeah, this person's very experimental in the bedroom as well. And they may like to tease, they may like to flirt, to build things up. And I also feel as if this individual They definitely like a lot of phone sex as well, a lot of sexting, is that what they call it? They like to wind their partner up, and vice versa. They like the same thing to happen to them. I'm hearing forever young. I want to be forever young. So this person may be obsessed with youth, or they may look very young for their age, is what I'm picking up. They could be very obsessed with relationships too. Everyone's the one. I mean, we meet many soulmates anyway, but I feel like everyone's the one with this individual. They can get obsessed as well. They can keep thinking about their partner, always wanting to be with their partner as well, which you could find a bit annoying at times. Let's see. Let's see their Mercury style. Okay. Okay, so their Mercury. What's this one first, isn't it? Yeah, their Mercury is in Scorpio. So when you've got Mercury in Scorpio, you could be very spiritual. Sorry, very psychic, I should say. Same thing, right? In a sense. So this person is very intense as well. So they are not afraid to speak their emotions. They're not afraid to speak how they feel. They like to get to the depth of things. Your Mercury is in Aries, and Aries and Scorpio was once ruled by Mars. So you could have like explosive arguments with this person. This person could be manipulative in some cases as well. I'm not saying all Mercury Scorpios are, but I just feel like some that I have encountered in my life, yes, they have been. Because when you think of Scorpio, you think of, what I do anyway. Scorpio is ruled by the planet Pluto. Pluto is all about death and transformation, what is hidden and what's unearthed. So like Scorpios have the ability to get to the depth of things. This is why I say they got very deep psychic ability. So this individual has got psychic abilities and they can foresee things. So if you are a person that wants to try and, one up this person, I'm also picking up this person could be intimidated by your work ethic as well. They are very, what's the word? They are very paranoid, and they feel like they could feel like you are cheating. And I'm feeling like with this situation right here, maybe they've pushed you into a situation that you didn't want to be in, but because they kept accusing you of something, you just may have felt, let me just do it anyway. I'm not saying it's good, but this is what I'm picked up. Or they've done something like that to someone and it led to that. They have a fixated mind. I'm not saying all Mercury's and Scorpios are like this, but for this particular person, this is what I'm picking up with their aspect. They do have a beautiful aspect in regards to their moon trining their but I feel with them they manipulate situations. Their moon is trining their Mercury, so they do have a very caring and loving and generous side to them, but they can be very intense and very forceful. So they do actually manipulate situations to their detriment. This is a person that would actually use spell work as well, whether it's knowingly or unknowingly, with their thoughts, because they fixate very hard on things and they get obsessed with their love interests or situations, and especially this is a love reading, right? So they fixate on getting someone, even if you feel like I don't want to be with this person anymore, you end up with them and you're thinking how, because this person has been fixating on you, manifesting you, obsessing about you to the point where you end up calling them, or they call you and then you're going over to their house and you're not leaving until the weekend is over, and you're thinking how did that happen, this person irritates me, or this person, they're so controlling, but they have that ability. If you are in that situation, Spirit is saying that, maybe burn a candle, and also I'm not picking up any water energy here. The Spirit is saying to burn a candle, do a return to sender, because they could be sending you energy to make you want them back. They could be doing love spells on you, is what I'm picking up. Not for all of you, please don't get alarmed, butterflies. But for some of you, if it's a toxic situation and you're not understanding why do I keep going back, and block this person as well. Block them energetically and block them on your phone is what Spirit's saying, and focus on your own goals, detach away from them. But this individual, for some of you, they've got Mercury Scorpio, which means that they're very intense as well. So this person doesn't have any qualms about speaking about their emotions. They could take a lot of offense to little slights. I wouldn't say they're little slights, because to everyone, when things happen to us, it can be a big deal. So this person may hold on to people and things, something that you've done a long time ago. They'll keep bringing it up. They may make you feel guilty for things that you have done. This person is very romantic as well, though, but they're very, very intense. Like, if you're looking for something lighthearted, this person is not that person to be on board with that. This is an individual that's very intense. Tell me how you feel. That this is a person that will look into your eyes. You know, this is for another group of you. This is a person that is very romantic. They will plan things out detailed. They'll take you out to the restaurant. They will stare into your eyes. They will, look into your eyes and say, I loved you from the first time that I met you. And, they'll just let you know, like, I want to marry you. And even if they can't marry you at that time, they will let you know that one day I'm going to marry you and I'm going to give you a child because I want to create a family with you. I want to create a legacy. This person is honest. This person is real. Okay, for some of you, they will not say that. They will strategically plan to have things like that behind your back. So this is a person that how the relationship's going to go. Even if they see signs from you that you don't want the relationship to go in that direction, they will control it. And the thing is, you are, how can I put it? This one's, quite toxic actually. You are a person, I feel, that is very independent, and this person, they feel that's a slight to them that you're independent and that you're ambitious and stuff, because they like to control too, but in a different way. This individual will try and control you with a child, or try and trap you, whereby you marry them and then you get a divorce, or you can't divorce them, because if you do, you have to pay them a lot of money. So this person is very, very manipulative. It's what I'm picking up here, this person in particular. But if you've got a Mercury and Scorpio, it's normally a beautiful placement, because these people, they can work in like fields such as psychology. They could be a great psychologist, but they use it for the bad. If you've got Mercury and Scorpio, you can read people. You do, pick up on cues and signs, and, you get feelings from others, and, you are ahead of the game, very intelligent as well, right? But this individual uses their gifts for the bad, good at making money, can see money making opportunities and seizes it, can take a long time to let go of people, places, and things, can be quite fixated within the mind, but because it can be a bit of a tricky one. Then we've got the Mars in Capricorn. So this person, I feel, could be quite rigid in some cases. This is a type of person that will withhold sex from you in some cases as well, to get some sort of power and control. They could be very toxic. They, Mars in Capricorn, we picked that up on other signs. It's not a toxic, it's actually exalted. Usain Bolt has a Mars in Capricorn, right? So you've got a lot of staying power, a lot of durability, longevity, etc. But this person, very hard working, normally at the top of their game, the top of their field, normally in leadership and positions of power as well. These people, hard to beat, unstoppable, because remember, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is that planet that, it's a planet that has long lasting qualities attached to it. I'm also hearing the planet of karma. So this person, this is the type of person, I feel, that they make it hard to leave. I'm hearing you making it hard for me. Like, it's very hard to leave this individual as well, because they don't leave without anything. They don't leave without having a child. They don't leave without getting married. They don't leave without, they're going to take something from the person that they're with. They see it as a failure because they do a lot of plotting and scheming and manipulating and stuff like that to get what they want. But especially in matters of love as well. But at the same time, if you try and leave this person, it's like it will be hard, because remember what I mentioned, that's what I was stalling on, when I was talking about Saturn. And Saturn is that planet of longevity, durability, so this person, it takes this person a long time to leave, like they don't take no for an answer. And if they do leave, they make sure they try and bring some sort of karma into your life. Like, how dare, their thing is like, how dare you leave me? It's that type of energy like that. They could be very toxic when they don't get what they want. They can have a tendency to withhold from making love as well, to punish their partner as well. Their Mars is sextile in the Mercury. Yeah, they do have a way with words, and you know, they could be great in bed as well. A lot of stamina, and they know the right words to say because they're very good with their words. They could have like a sexy voice, but they're very manipulative. They're very believable. These individuals is what I'm picking up. But in regards to your connection with them, I feel like this is very sexually based for me. I feel like this is something that this person wants to lead the connection to one direction, which you're focused on work, they're focused on baby, marriage, kids, money, getting your money, and you're focused on building up your empire, which they want a part of, is what I'm picking up, male or female. And this person would have a tendency to try and trap you, is what I'm picking up, because they view things, they see people as possessions as well, and if people want their own independence, it's disrespect to this individual. Let's see what their attachment style is. Okay. With their Mars in Capricorn, they are very traditional as well. They don't like to get into like short-lived relationships, and that's why they probably plot and scheme like this, because it makes them feel like they're a failure if things don't work out. Is what I'm picking up. Let's see. They are a failure, I should say. What is their attachment style? Okay. Wow. Okay. Avoidant, fearful. So you got avoidant, dismissive, and they got avoidant, fearful. Let's see. So they're more dependent. See how it's tying in? They are very dependent on relationships. If they are not in a relationship, it's the end of the world for this person. And this is why they resort to drastic means such as manipulation and spell work, because it's like, even though they know that the person doesn't want to be with them, it's like it's by force. Because if you're plotting and planning behind someone's back to impregnate them or to get pregnant by them, that means that you know intuitively or deep down inside that you're taking a power away from someone to choose for themselves if they want that. That means that you intuitively know that you have to force someone to do something that they don't want to do, which is, it ties up with why they're avoidant, fearful. I have to have, even if the other person doesn't want. And this person may have done this before in the past, and they could try and do that with you. So this could be a heads up for some of you. They're more dependent in relationships. They get obsessed with relationships. With the devil card right there, very obsessed. It becomes their whole world, and this is why they're fixated on you as well. It's like they have to capture you. How dare you be independent? How dare you not pay me any mind? It gets them very angry. And like I said, a relationship can become this person's whole world. Strongly fears rejection. Yeah, they see it as a disrespect. They also see it as, so I'm not good enough. So they'll start to play mind games, and yeah, they have low self-esteem and high anxiety in a relationship, because this is the type of person that will just do, they'll just do this type of person that will have threesomes and stuff, even though they don't want to, but they will try and be your every fantasy to make sure that you don't leave them. So they'll do things that they're not even comfortable with, because there's a fear of you will leave them. There's a fear of they're not good enough. This is why they do what they do. This is why they try and hold on to other people. And Spirit is saying with this person, they have to work through their issues of, and it could be with a father figure as well, or maybe overlooked somewhat at workplace, but I feel more so a father figure, or maybe at school they may have felt that mother and father, we got Cancer and Capricorn, the parents may not have shown them a lot of attention, and working through that, maybe seeing a psychologist or a counselor, working through that on their own as well, like knowing that they are good enough. This is when self-love comes into play. And the thing is, we all have childhood trauma that we are all carrying, but it's about us doing the work and working through that. And some of these traumas may never go, right? But it's about learning to live with it and learning, okay, that's where that trigger comes from. Okay, I get it. But trying to control someone else's life and the outcome of someone else's life because your life didn't go the way that it wanted, because this person lacks control. And There's a lot of emotions here. And I feel like because this person's like this, it could make them become mentally unstable. It could make them become mentally unstable. And that's what they need to be careful of. And you could find this person snaps at you for no reason or stands in front of the door, you can't leave. And you're like, huh? I gotta go work. What are you talking about? You know, and it's just, it'll get scary, innit? Like, I'm not trying to scare you, but the behavior will be so strange. You'll be thinking, what is this? And this is why this person needs to work through this and become a mother to themselves, the mother that they didn't have. And how they can do that is to heal their inner child and get counseling, you know, and also look at their patterns in relationships as well. And they may have been with people that were domineering and controlling towards them, and that's why they're like this with you. Or that's why this could be someone that you are talking to or you're thinking of connecting with, but this is just like a heads up. That's why they're like, because in the beginning they appear to be very connected. You know, this person's intelligent, they're a cool person at first, but then, you know, they make love with the intent of getting pregnant or getting someone pregnant so that they can trap that person. Because I feel like people may have left them in the past. It's like, you're not going to leave me. You're going to stay with me, you know, because they don't feel good enough. That's why they're doing it. They don't feel good enough. And yeah, this is what I picked up for this individual. But I feel like, because remember guys, I'm just learning about these attachment styles myself, because normally, like I said to part number one, I just go by the compatibility in regards to like astrology, but this is tying in with what I'm saying. And I feel like this person knows how to put it on someone. Like they're very explicit. Like this is like, I'm hearing Usher, be my little freak, and you know, just wild, you know, wild. And it makes people want more and more, and that's how they get you. And then they've got the talk. They know how to talk the talk. And they're romantic as well. So, you know, but then you may start to see, okay, this person's calling me a little bit too much. They keep texting me, you know, or I think this person, they start calling you at work. Who are you with? What? I'm at work. Okay. Texting again. I don't believe you. That's when the craziness starts, right? But this person just fears that people are going to leave them, and that's why Spirit is saying that they need to look at why past relationships ended as well, because it wasn't their fault all the time. They dealt with narcissists, and they haven't overcome the fact that they were dealing, because they got empathetic traits, but they connected with the like narcissists that were drawn to their light and that manipulated them. And because of that, they haven't got counseling for the fact that they were in that toxic dynamic with a narcissist. They just thought that it was their fault. That's why I remember when I broke up with a narcissistic guy, I did get counseling, and the counselor said to me, Alicia, you were with two selfish people. I was dealing with my children's father at the time. Way before that, I was with him for like 10 years, like from 16 to bloody 26. I'm 40 now, so I just think to myself, imagine I stayed with that guy for another however much years, I don't know, you know. But and I went with another guy after that, and he was a narcissist too. And then the counselor said to me, Alicia, you were with two very selfish people. And it was just like someone understanding, because it can seem like you're complaining, you know. And once I knew what it was, because I was doing a lot of research on narcissism, and my sister was giving me books, I was like, okay, this is making sense. And, you know, but had I not got the counseling, I would have thought there's something wrong with me. It's my fault. And I feel like that's where this person's at. They haven't healed from past relationships, and they've taken on that burden, and they feel like it's their fault. Okay, the way to keep a partner is to do this and what they're doing. Whereas if they got the counseling, they will be able to free themselves from the pain that they endured from these past relationships. Because what's happening with this person is that they are now becoming the embodiment of the narcissist that, you know, try to destroy their life. And they will allow that past person to destroy their life by not doing the work and embodying the same energies that were projected onto them. Does that make sense? So there's a lot of work that needs to be done. If you do know this person, then this maybe suggest, if you can, this person will be like, I don't need a counselor. Why would I need a counselor? You know, but this person has gone through a lot though. They have. But you don't need this type of stress in your life, you know. And some of you haven't met this person yet, but this is what I'm picking up. This person does need to go. This person does need to do the work, because right now they are not healthy to be in a relationship with. Is what I'm picking up. So that is what I have for you, and I hope that makes sense to you, pile number 2. Right? So we're gonna move on. If you guys like this reading style, please let me know, and I'll do more of this one. I'm gonna move on to the last pile, and I've got to join my son in a minute. I'm supposed to be watching that England match. I got a feeling England's gonna win, but that's just my personal opinion. But anyway, let's just get this done, and let's see. Okay, so what is your moon sign? Let's see what your moon sign is. Wow. Okay, let's see. Why is it like this? Okay, we've got another moon in Cancer. Sorry, moon in Virgo. So you could be a person that likes your alone time. You could be very intelligent, um, introverted. You can be a person that may articulate your emotions as opposed to expressing the depth of your emotions, is what I'm picking up here. You may like your own space, so you are a type of person that doesn't mind that your partner has their own place, and you have your own place. It's fine by you, it suits you fine, it gives you a chance to miss them. You may like to sleep over at their place and vice versa, but you do require your own alone time. It can get too noisy for you. You need time to reset, regroup, recharge batteries, is what I'm picking up. You may like a clean living space as well. And if it's cluttered, you can get overwhelmed, is what I'm picking up. I mean, most people can anyway. But you may like to live a secluded life away from people. So you may have moved away from friends and family. You may not tell a lot of people where you live as well, is what I'm picking up. You can be very, you like to connect mentally with your partners as well. You do like to have that back and forth communication, open communication. You don't like to guess. You don't like your partners making you feel like it's one-sided. You like clarity in your relationships. You are an effective communicator. You say how you think, and you say what you feel. Even though you're not much of a feeler, you do feel, but it could be quite hard sometimes to emote that. But you do speak your truth. Sometimes you can have a tendency to suppress your emotions as well. Your Venus sign could be in Scorpio, so you are very romantic. You can be very possessive when in love, especially when you love someone. You could be highly, mine. You could be extremely loyal as well. A great lover, very intense, is what I'm picking up. You do value open communication as well, very romantic. Uh, some partners can say that you have been a bit emotionally selfish at times as well, but you may not realize it. As you may feel like, what am I doing? They may feel like you're not spending enough time, or you don't call back, or they could say that it could feel one-sided. It's strange because I said that you don't like people that are one-sided, but some partners may have said that you are just focused on self and what pleases you in whatever way you want to take that. Um, but there's a side to you that just likes your alone time as well. So it could come across as a chore for you sometimes, because you could have like a moon sextile in your Venus. But generally, your moon and your emotions are, they're not. It's not a hard. It's not hard. Whoa. Yeah. Generally, it's not hard to emote how you actually feel towards a lover. So you're the type of person, you could, I'm picking up because I did have a Mercury in Virgo before, right? But Mercury's in Virgo, sorry, not Mercury, Moon in Virgos before, but they to me seem like they just wanted their own space. But with you, I feel like you could be more shy. So you could be that type of Virgo whereby, Moon in Virgo, let's say, right? Whereby you could find someone so good looking and stuff, but you could be so shy, but you may actually like do things or just like look at them and smile and put your head down, and you may, sorry, make people think, does that person like me or not? Because it's a reserved like quality to you. It's almost as if you expect others to pick up on your cues, read your thoughts, and it's like you may make people take a long time to go out with you. I'm hearing my love doesn't come for free. Like, you are the prize, is what I'm hearing. And once people do get the opportunity and the privilege, I should say, to date you, they fall deeply in love with you because they find that you have a lot of depth. They find that you are a passionate, intense, amazing lover, one of the best lovers that they ever had. And you know, communicate your emotions in a way whereby they're blown away because they just felt that you were one way. But once they get to know you, there's many layers to you. So you may find people falling deeply in love with you, and you fall deeply in love with your partners as well. You may have said that you had many soulmates as well. Let's take a look. Your Venus, wow. Okay, so we've got Venus in its home sign, which is Taurus. So again, many people do fall in love with you. And I find that I feel a lot of people with Venus and Taurus, they do like nice things and they do tend to be in long-term relationships. So when people come towards you, they view you as someone that they want to settle down with. People may want to get you pregnant as well because they view you as somebody. And if you have children already, you may have found that your partners find you even more attractive when you're pregnant because you glow and you just give off this energy of like, I am Mother Nature. I don't know, like you're just giving off this, even if like you're a male listening to this, like you may find that when your partner is pregnant, or you could find this in the future, that they are drawn to you even more. Like there's something about you and conception with in regards to you and your partner. You become even more attractive because I feel like you're very beautiful, very fertile, or your partner, even if you're a male listens to this, would want to keep having children for you. So you may end up having like 3 or 4, 2 to 5 kids for some of you. Your partner enjoys impregnating you. Um, but I also feel like in general, you may have a lot of suitors, a lot of admirers. You've got beautiful lips. You could be a great baker. You're just very sensual and, voluptuous, or even if you're like athletic built, like you're just you got great genes. Like a lot of people just want to have you in that way. And people are in admiration by you. You could have like a sweet, sensitive voice, but we've got like Scorpio opposing Venus. What's this? A Mercury, yeah. So we've got Venus opposing Mercury. Yeah, your Venus is in Taurus, it's home placement. So it could be in Taurus or Libra, but it's home placement. And you're very nurturing and, again, this is, even if you, how can I put this? People sense this from you, even though you could be quite reserved and shy. You could come across as shy, but people can sense that sensuality. You're very sensual, and you just give off, even if you haven't got children. Some of you may not want children, but you give off an energy of, I'll make a great parent, or I'm very fertile. You may have like, I don't know, I'm hearing Shakira, my hips don't lie, but very curvaceous hips, or voluptuous breasts, or voluptuous bum, or curvy body, just, dewy lips. I don't know, but you're very beautiful. And you have a sensual energy. That's the right word. You have a sensual energy, whether you're male or female, sensual energy, and very soft. And you're very likable. And I feel like with you, you're very attractive, and a lot of people are attracted to you. You may have a lot of friends or people that want to become your friends, but you may get a lot of people staring at you or just being very drawn to your scent and your energy. Your Mercury is in Scorpio, so we had Mercury and Scorpio in the last part, but that was a little bit. I feel like you're very intelligent and. Or did we have that? Yeah, very intelligent and somebody that I'm getting a little bit confused now, guys. So was this Venus? Venus was your Venus in Scorpio? But I feel in this case, because I had to hide her. I have to hide her because I can't show it. You are somebody that is very romantic, but I feel like this was there, right? Yeah, you're someone that is very romantic, And you only allow people to get to know this side you want during a relationship. But people generally want to be in long-term relationships with you. You are not a person, even if some people feel like, oh, I would love to sleep with him or her, they are always thinking about longevity attached to it. Like, you are a person, you are like couple goals, end game, right? And then we have Mars in Pisces. I heard that Venus in Pisces was exalted, but Mars in Pisces. So you are very creative. You go towards like a lot of different. You could be somebody that's great with your hands, like you make amazing music. You like to go to the theater. Some of you could act. Some of you could be producers. I also feel like. You're very romantic, very passionate, very empathetic, and you're not afraid to expose this aspect of yourself. Your work, you pour a lot of your heart and your soul into your work. So some of you could be, I'm hearing like, I don't know why I'm being agriculturist, but I'm also hearing like architects. Some of you could be producers that works in theatre. Some of you could be costume designers. Some of you could be producers. Some of you could be makeup artists. Some of you could be stylists, hairdressers. And I feel like you just pour your work in your art. You leave your heart and soul in your work. And this is the same for your romantic relationships. I feel like it's an experience. You are an experience. Like, whether someone makes love to you, like your partner makes love to you, it's like a magical experience. It's very ethereal. It's otherworldly. It's like nothing they've experienced before. It's very creative. You could be quite flexible too. So it's very creative, and there's a lot of kissing. It's more love making. It's very deep, and passionate. It's what I'm picking up. It's a spiritual experience for people. So let's take a look at what is your attachment style. I said to the other pals, I'm learning about attachment styles. Normally I just go by astrology and the compatibility in that sense, but this just adds to it. Let's see what your attachment style is, pile 1. I like your energy, pile 1. Pile 3, you may want to go listen to pile 1. So you've got avoidant, dismissive. Wow, okay. Let's see what that means. So you downplay importance of a relationship, and that kind of ties in because there's an energy of you acting as if you don't want to be in a relationship, because there's a fear here of to me, I just picked up there's a shyness. And I feel like anyone that's got any type of Virgo placement, there's an energy of at times not feeling like because Virgos are quite like reserved. It's quite a reserved energy, and that reservedness could come from the fact of I'm not, maybe feeling like I'm not good enough. And it's like, no, and remember, Virgos rule the 6th house, which is being of service to others. So you may have in the past always, and the thing is, we can't change our aspects in our chart, but you may have in the past like always giving yourself off to other people and only to be met with it not being reciprocating. And that could have been a thing for you as well. And because I saw a psychologist doing an advert on this attachment styles, and she was saying she used to be, and she said one of the names. She said there's 4 attachment styles. So these things can be healed, right? Which is good. And also I believe that we can work with the energies of the signs in our chart. So even though Virgos are a sign that is known to be quite reserved and so forth, right? They do have other sides. It's about being of service to yourself as well. So Spirit is saying that the focus should be on yourself as well. Focus on loving yourself. Focus on looking at the traits and qualities that you have, that you like, and enhance them. Know that it's okay to want your alone time. Know that it's okay to, have the hobbies and interests that you have. Dress the way you dress. Do your hair the way start accepting yourself and start enjoying yourself, and not feeling like being yourself is a chore. Because you have a lot of admirers. And I know it's not just about people liking you, but it's about you liking you. Get into a relationship with you, because you're not seeing that these other people admire you. People want to be your friend. People want to date you. People want long-term relationships with you as well. And it's about, accepting yourself first. you could downplay, importance of relationships. You are self-reliant, so you have to rely on yourself a lot. And again, maybe you've been in relationships where you felt pushed out, or you've been in situations where friends have left you out. I'm hearing because of maybe jealousy, or they weren't the right friends for you. And you may have felt, I'm never going to meet anyone that is like me, so I might as well just be on my own. And because of this, you have blocked out people seeing your magic, the right people, right? Unreliable when in crisis. Yeah, because you may shut down from your own emotions, that it could be hard for you to connect to other people when they are um you do connect to other people, but remember, when your moon is in an earth sign, it's earth, it's stable. Whereas if when your moon's in a water sign, it's more, or fire sign, you take action, or water sign, you feel, you emote, right? So it could take a while to actually, not saying register, but it'll be like, what do I do now? Fight or flight. And then it's like, I've got to shut down, I've got to go into my cave, I've got to go into my shell. But the Mars energy could be like, I want to show them how I feel, and Mars being in Pisces opposing your moon is like, it clashes. I want to articulate that I understand them, but and I want to show them, I want to express how I feel, I want to help, I want to show them that I love them too. But then, because Virgo and Pisces oppose each other, it's tied up in, no, I should, no, I shouldn't, no, I should, no, I shouldn't, and then nothing happens, and it's about balancing out the two energies. And it's also about, it says, you're downplaying emotions, or you downplay the importance of relationships. Like, your emotion, your Mars sign is saying you want to go towards, you want to merge, you want to create magic with someone else, and you could actually refrain from even being intimate with a partner um for a long time, because like, I don't deserve them to find me attractive. And it's about working through that. But your body's yearning to connect with your partner in that way, but then you're telling yourself, no, no, I shouldn't do that, because that's your emotions, you see. And it's about breaking that down. Why don't I deserve that? And being in harmony with what your body actually wants, yeah, this is very deep. um because you are here to be loved, and to give love also. And you may find it easy to articulate what you want, but it when it comes to taking action, you may freeze, and you may feel like, I'm non-deserving anyway, who wants a relationship? um and then you may shut down, and that could be the time when the partner really wants to connect with you, but you are unknowing to that. So it's about working on yourself, working on your beliefs, and accepting yourself, and getting to know yourself, and liking yourself. Let's see this person's energies. So they have a moon in Leo. So moon in Leo is very expressive, very creative, very flamboyant. um this person is highly energized as well. They could be very popular. They could be very charismatic, very likable, very social. Whereas you could be, no, I don't want no paparazzi. So this person could have like a fame-like energy. It could have star quality. And you may find this energy to be quite intimidating. You may feel like, I bet they're going to cheat, or I bet they're non-trustworthy, which is not true. It's almost like this person wants to take you out of your shell, because their moon and your Mars, it's quenquots in each other. But with Leo and Pisces falls into Leo's eighth house, and eighth house is about death, transformation, money owed to you, money gained. And I feel like this person wants to transform. I feel like there's a connection here on a sexual level, whereby this person is very highly attracted to you, and even their Mars is sorry, their moon could be squaring your Venus, or sextiling your Venus. So there's a huge attraction to each other. And I feel like through your love making, the two of you, you'll be able to transform something within each other. So you can maybe transform this person from, not having some sort of direction, because I feel like this person is all over the place. Not to say all moons and Leos are, because I love moon and Leo people. They're very creative, They definitely have star quality. They stand out wherever they go. They're made for the stage, right? But I feel like in regards to reading this energy of this person, she has got her hand that she's just free. So you may feel like this person's unsafe to love, and it's triggering your avoidant dismissive, where you're telling yourself, oh, this person, they're going to cheat anyway, or there's no point. Well, you blatantly like each other. You blatantly like this person, but I feel like this person needs to make, and it's not about people needing to make you feel, but I feel like this person's, they could be more open. We'll see what their Mercury's saying in regards to letting you know that it's safe to love them, right? Because I feel like they're very, if you've been intimate, it's been very transformative. They find it very powerful, and I feel like it, what's the right word? You have awoken this person, or this person has awoken you, or you're scared to connect with this person because you feel like if you connect with this person, they're going to awaken something within you that's been dormant, and there's a fear there. But you know that once you step into that territory, there's no going back. It's going to be something powerful, magnetic. A child could actually result out of this connection as well, of the two of you. You could be pregnant for this person, right? But there's a fear of, oh, what if this person doesn't find me attractive after this baby's born? What if we have problems? It's that. This is not the case. This person is like addicted to you, but in a positive way, a healthy way, right? They want many children with you, is what I'm picking up. Can't get enough of you. They cannot get enough of you. They just find you delicious, absolutely delicious. Or this could be a person that you will connect with. It's very transformative as well. And I feel like this person is very expressive, very childlike, very playful, has a lot of energy. And you could be thinking, what if they get bored of me? Because they're very fun, and you could feel like, I'm boring in comparison to them. They don't want you to be like them, and they don't find you boring. They find you interesting. You are their peace. You are their stability. This is what they like. Let's take a look. How's this person's Venus? Wow, their Venus is conjuncting your Mars. They say that Venus is exalted in Pisces. Yeah, this person's very romantic, very dreamlike. You know, this person may have said to you, you are my soulmate. So this person believes in love, you know, that happily ever after. They want to create their own make-believe world. I feel like this person is very beautiful, physically beautiful. They could have like a siren or ethereal like energy, very alluring, very mysterious as well. They could have a beautiful speaking voice, but I feel like they could be petite. They don't have to be, but they are just like gorgeous, and they could be very creative. They could be poets. They could be like an artist as well. I'm hearing like struggling artists, or they were a struggling artist, but they are a hopeless romantic, and you know, they may have fallen in love a lot of times. I heard that they've kissed a lot of frogs, and you know, they just want to meet the one. They want to meet the one. This is not a person that would cheat. I'm not saying they've never done anything bad in relationships, but this is a person that is looking for their ideal. You know, let's take a look at this person's Mercury. So this person's very forthcoming. They have a Mercury in Aries, so they're very upfront. They're very they speak what they want. They go after what they want. Mercury trine in their moon, which is positive, and this person is a leader. So this person wants to take care of their partner. They will tell you like, I want to take care of you. This is the type of person that is upfront, like, I want to have a child. I want to settle down. You know, even if they don't want those things, this person has no qualms with saying these things. This person likes to take the lead in the relationship. They want you to feel taken care of. They may like to speak to you on the phone a lot. Yeah, they're in tune with their emotions. So if they're feeling hurt and upset, they can actually emote that. This person, they can get jealous very easily, so they can snap, you know, because they are possessive as well, especially if they feel like this, the object of their affection, which is yourself or anyone that they've been with in the past, is, you know, manipulating them, or they feel like their love is not being returned in the same way. This person is always thinking about doing better. They're very ambitious, is what I'm picking up. Very goal orientated as well. If they want someone, they go after that person, and they don't stop till they get that person. They don't take no for an answer. When I say they don't take no for an answer, it's like they will woo that person like, oh, but I can be, do you want to be like this? Or it's like, I'm not ready for a relationship. You may have said like, I'm not ready for a relationship. They'll be like, but but you know what I mean. And then they'll say, okay, they do respect your decision, but they will come back. They will go away, work on themselves, and say, look, I've been doing this now. Are you ready for a relationship? Like once they have their mindset on someone that they think that's going to be my husband, that's going to be my wife, they will not give up on that person, and they usually get the person in the end because they are usually the truth and they are usually who they say they are. Even if they're female, this is a person that will like to look after and take care of their spouse. You know, they believe in 50-50, all this taken care of, because they can make more money than their partner. Generally, this person will, I feel. Let's see what their Mars is saying. So their Mars is in Aries as well. So a lot of action, very action orientated, very ambitious. This person has a lot of energy. So their sex drive may be very, I'm here, skyrocketed, very high. Hence why you could be pregnant right now, or you could end up getting pregnant for this person. But this person believes in lovemaking. They like the idea of creating. So again, there's something about wanting to have children with you, finding that, you know, to be the end goal. This is something that will be discussed by the two of you, but this person's going to find the fact that you're so reserved and you're so beautiful and down to earth and humble, extremely attractive. Like they like that type. They want people to be different than them. I feel like this person could have a lot of energy, a lot of stamina. They could be like a boss, a CEO. They could be a fitness coach. They could be yeah, definitely could be a coach into fitness. If they're not a coach, they definitely like the gym. They like to jog. They like to keep fit. They take their body, and I'm hearing like they could have a banging body, and I'm hearing a big wand. I don't know why I'm hearing this. Please say it resonates, because it could be a female. So she, you know, they genuinely like their partners to be like to have a high sex drive also as well. But if not, they can actually work with that as well, because it's not all about just that for them. They're very romantic. I also feel like this person is very creative, and they like to be the leader, they like to be the first, they like to work on their own as well. So they may want their own space sometimes, or they could like work abroad as well. That could be an issue, but this is the type of person that will call you to reassure you that, look, this is what it is. FaceTime you, look, I'm in this hotel, I'm by myself, or they'll keep you up to date as well. They are in tune with their partner's needs as well, but they this is like a entrepreneur. They may have many different projects as well, but they are very loyal to one person. So let's see what their attachment style is. What is their attachment style, please, Spirit? All right, let's see. All right. Oh, Spirit's not letting me see. That one's not got anything on it. What is number three's attachment style? Avoidant dismissive. So you both are avoidant dismissives. Wow. So downplays importance of relationships. So could actually throw themselves into work. May feel like I'm never going to meet the ideal person. And the ideal person is you. Self-reliant. Yeah, very independent. Very independent. Feeling like they're never going to meet anyone like them. Yeah. Unavailable when in crisis sometimes. Unreliable. Let me see what yeah, when in crisis. So this person could be very fixated and focused on self, and this is something that you both have to work on as well. Because especially, I feel like there's going to be a child that can result from this connection, or if you get with somebody with these traits, a child will create result from this connection, and it's going to, you know, you're going to um have to deal with crisis like baby needs nappies, baby needs milk, baby's crying in the middle of the night, baby's hungry. Like you're both gonna, you know, this may, I'm not saying babies help relationships, but you know, working through why, because I feel like you're both independent because you were forced to be independent, but now you've met someone as independent as yourself for a reason, and spirit wants you both to open up and trust each other, because maybe you've been independent because there's a fear of people are going to leave me anyway, so there's no point in being in relationships. But you know, not letting a situation pass you by because of fear. I might do more readings like this. Again, like I said, I'm still learning about these different attachment styles, because I mainly go off compatibilities with the star signs. But if you like this type of reading, please let me know, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care of yourself. I'm going to watch the match. Peace out. Sashawn.